Welcome to the Half Done Hobbyist. My name's Simon and I'm very happy you've joined me. Today, following straight on from Lieutenant Amulius, I've got Lexicanum Varus, who's another made-to-order model and another push-fit model. I wasn't expecting this yet again for quite a while, but here he is. It's a very nice looking model. I think I'm going to paint him up Silver Templars. In fact, I'll do that for this video. I won't show you the full process, I'll just show you the end result. And maybe throw in a wee bit of 3D printing as well. Stay tuned. So this is what we've got for Lexicanum Varus. Just a normal sprue, moulded base. Looks very nice. We've got the instructions there. Like I say, push fit. I don't know if I'm imagining it, but I don't think all these types of models are push fit, but I mean these ones are good looking sculpts and you don't really need any glue. So it's all good. There's the Librarian and Terminator armor rules. So yeah, he's ready to go. I'm just going to do a quick paint job on him and we'll see what he comes out like. Now I don't paint my Librarians in the standard blue colour. I paint them in chapter colours. I just think it fits in better with the rest of the army, and it's still very obvious he's a Librarian anyway. So here's all the bits for Mr. Pushfit. So I'll try to put them together. See how he goes. I actually love Terminators. I've loved them since I got the first Space Hulk. You know the kind I mean, the round shoulders ones, the really dumpy looking ones, but still they were the most awesome thing I'd ever seen at that point. So I couldn't really afford all the expansions for Space Hulk, so I was missing out. But now I can afford things, so it's a wee bit better. There we go. There's Lexicanum Varus. Good looking model. I'll clean him up a wee bit and then I'll paint him and show you how I get on. So as promised, here is Lexicanum Varus, as painted by me, Silver Templars. He's a good looking model. This is what I would call tabletop. He's got all the base colours in the right place. He's got shading. He's got one highlight on most areas, sometimes two on the blacker areas, and on the red shield on the front. I think I've done a good job of it. I like it. The colour scheme is very good. Silver Templars is a great colour scheme to follow. The only thing I'm not too happy about is the face. I've never been particularly good at painting faces, which brings me into my next point, continuous improvement. Now, the only way I'm going to get better at painting faces is to paint more of them. So I've actually got 9 Space Marine heads all set up, and I'm going to do a video on painting them, see if I can finally crack it and become good at painting faces. But I promised you 3D printing, so 3D printing is what you'll get. You might have seen in this video I created a nice plinth for Lexicanum Varus, so this is how I went about it. Bear in mind I just got a 3D printer, so I know that the barrier to entry to this particular skill is high. You need 3D software, you need a 3D printer, and a lot of time and patience. So my first thought was that I was going to do a simple plinth for Lexicanum Varus. This is the one I didn't really think through, because as you'll see, you put him on there, so you can't see half of them. So that was silly. I drilled out magnets on that, and with that, first of all, I had this panel for it, which is printed on an FDM printer, so you can see layer lines on it. And it's not particularly smooth, and it's also extremely thin, so I couldn't do what I wanted to do on that, which was put magnets on that bit of it. My next move was to create this. So I created this symbol myself in Cheetah 3D on the Mac. It's about £60 or £70. It's just what I've always used. It's one of the only affordable 3D softwares on the Mac apart from Blender, but I find Blender very difficult to do. So this is a lot thicker, so I was able to drill little magnets into it. These are just magnets from Green Stuff World, and clicks on there, so it snaps quite nicely, and there you have it. You have the plinth, but that's got the same problem as before, which was that he's hidden when he's on it. So my next attempt was this one, and I'm sure you can all see the obvious flaw, that the stick, the plinth, is far too thin. I've had to try to fix it just for this demonstration, but this was rejected fairly swiftly. It did work, it did keep above the plinth, but it was very, very, very fragile. It actually broke as soon as I took the supports off after the 3D printing. So that was iteration number 2. Iteration number 3 for the plinth was this one, which is a lot less pretty, but it certainly does the job. That's totally solid plastic. So the next thing to do was sort out the faceplate. So there's this one. This was actually another attempt to print out the faceplate on an FDM printer, which is the one that does the layers round and round, and builds up a shape. This was done at a smaller layer size, which should mean better quality, but it actually came out worse than the larger layer size, so I was a bit disappointed in that. Now I'd picked up another printer, a resin printer, called an Elegoo Mars, so this was my next attempt. This one actually came out quite nicely. I messed up the chapter symbol up in the corner. I tried to use water effects to fill in the chapter symbol, and it just didn't work. Some weird thing happened where you can maybe see, and it's left big holes in it. Also, you print at an angle on a resin printer, so this missed a bit out. I also wasn't sure about the colour combination, but other than that, all those faults, this one came out quite nicely. It's a little large though, so for one single miniature, that's pretty huge. So my latest attempt, and the one you'll have seen in the artwork, is this one. So this is a lot smaller, a lot cleaner. I'm just sticking it on with blue tack at the moment, so we can do a quick demo. This is not the final iteration by any stretch of the imagination. I can do so much better with the shape of the thing. I can do so much better with the painting on it. My next move will be to cut the letters out of the plate and then actually print them in black resin so that they are absolutely perfect, because down the sides you can see I've missed a bit of painting on the 3D letters. I will also be airbrushing the plaque to get a more smooth finish. I think that's essential. So it's early days for this idea, but I'm really very happy with how it's come out so far, and I hope it's given you a few ideas. I'll be doing a video in the future about a lot more 3D printing stuff. I've got a lot of ideas in my head, and I really want to share these ideas with you and hopefully spark something off in you that might upgrade your hobby a wee bit. I truly believe that this has upgraded my display cabinet. This looks great in it. you can immediately tell who it is, and I'm actually really happy with it. Like I said, we can still do better, but it's a step in the right direction. So please don't be afraid to try different things, and leave a comment below to let me know how you get on. So if you're enjoying these videos, like and subscribe, and as I said, leave a comment below. Thanks very much.